Hello there. My name is Kalios. This is my first Rimworld story series. When I'm not raiding in Classic WoW, I've been playing this new Rimworld DLC for 1.6, Odyssey. With almost 8,000 hours into Rimworld, you can say I'm a very big fan of the game. Playing both games together has given me one of my really good ideas. To create my WoW guildmates in-game and have us fight together to survive in this lawless and cruel world. The Rimworld is a harsh place, but perhaps together we can survive it. With the character editor in mind, I help my guildmates create their own colonists while limiting them to free traits and 10 skill points. Using the reunion model, I'll bring them into the game over time. For this challenge, we're playing in the classic Rimworld difficulty, Crash Landed. For our storyteller, we'll be selecting Randy Random on the hardest default difficulty, losing is fun. I will also be playing on Reload Anytime due to mods, but I will enforce commitment mode, meaning we can't undo any consequences of this run. Now it's time to create a world and select some factions. I chose to delete the Biotech DLC factions and I replaced them with the original ones. Next, I crank up the world population and landmarks to max. I set the globe coverage to 100%. Then finally I enter our seed for this challenge, Crusade. Now we generate the world. Now we pick our starting tile and biome, the Glowforest. I'll admit this isn't my choice, but my guild wanted to start there and so we will. This one should be fine. For our colonist police system, I load the saved one, the Raiders of Dawnfire. Next, I select our free starting colonists, Dawnray, Chugi, and myself, Kalios. Dawnray is excellent in construction and crafting, as well as having good combat skills and research abilities. Chugi specializes in animal handling, while being decent in other areas. And Kalios has excellent planting skills, as well as mining construction, which we can definitely use. So looking at our team skills, they are pretty solid. We can definitely make this work. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the story of the Raiders of Dawnfire. On the 7th of April, May, Dawnray, Chugi, and Kalios crash land upon the Rimworld. Somehow, Chugi's pet cow, Moo Moo, crash landed with them. The sky was in endless darkness, the air thick with the smell of sulfur. Strange glowing mushrooms were the only source of light for them. The terrain was covered in mud, marshes, and countless strange fungi. To the north of them was solid enough ground they could build a shelter on. The colonists were ready to begin. Kalios equipped the bolt-action rifle and the flak armor. Dawnray equipped the revolver, and Chugi equipped the knife. They began hauling wood north to build their shelter up. Kalios was sick from crypto-sleep and vomiting on the ground. The colonists worked together to lay the foundations to build up their wooden shelter. Chugi was also vomiting from crypto-sleep sickness. Hopefully it'll pass soon. After finishing the walls, they began to build a roof to cover their shelter. They also made basic torches to provide light and beds to sleep in for that night. In the second room, they make a stockpile zone. They begin to haul the supplies from their crash laying there to protect them from the outside elements. They build a wooden table, 2 stools, and a dresser to make their shelter a little more comfortable. They had a shelter and beds to sleep in for that first night, but they knew they had long days ahead of them. The next day, Dawnray built the research bench. He decided to start research on batteries to store any future power that they generate. While exploring, Kalios found some boom shrooms. They can be harvested for chem fuel, a powerful fuel source. Chugi began building an animal pen for her pet cow, Moo Moo. Once the pen was done, she roped and guided her cow back to it. Kalios built the wooden floor inside their shelter. Early that morning, a wild chinchilla went mad. They rushed towards their base and began to hunt for humans. The colonists woke up to deal with the threat. Taking combat positions outside, they began to fire upon the feral beast. When they closed in to attack them, Kalios killed it with a shot from his bolt-action rifle. The colonists needed a way to prepare meals. Kalios laid out the plans for a basic kitchen. Once the kitchen was done, Chugi butchered and cooked the chinchilla, turning it into simple meals for the colony. The colony needed more food. Don Ray and Kalios decided to hunt boomlopes in the rain. They passed an old building containing ancient danger. Perhaps they could explore it at a later time. For now, it was time to hunt. Dawn Ray and Kalios fire upon the boomlopes, causing them to flee in panic. One shot strikes true and causes the creature to explode upon death. They hunt down and kill another. They hauled the boomlopes back to base. Chugi butchers them for their meat and leather. Dawn Ray needs more space in this lab, so they move the old stockpile into the finished room. Dawn Ray decides they should give their faction and settlement a name. They name their faction the Flamefall Alliance. And they name this settlement Duskfall. Dawn Ray completes his research on batteries. He decides to research packaged survival meals next. Kalios starts mining compacted steel for future construction projects. The colonists received their first quest early one morning. Their scanners have detected a signal from a mechanoid Gravship in orbit. The ship was malfunctioning and slowly losing altitude. If they accepted this quest, they could make the ship crash down inside the colony and then salvage the wreckage for valuable grav tech. They wasted no time in accepting the quest. Soon after, the Gravship remains crash land outside their base. Dawn Ray went outside to inspect the grav engine. He learned about basic grav tech and made an awesome discovery. If he did more research, the colonists could use the wreckage to build a new Gravship. With a Gravship, they could escape this dark and desolate Glowforest. And perhaps they could use it to find their missing guildmates, as well as find a better place to build a colony. But early that morning, the colonists were attacked by an enemy raid. Raiders from the Evra coalition were advancing upon Duskfall. Perhaps they were drawn here by the Gravship crash. The colonists woke up and armed themselves, steeling themselves for the battle ahead. They took defensive positions outside, ready to greet the enemy with gunfire. They decided to move closer, taking cover behind some rock chunks. Kalios shoots and hits the first raider. Dawn Ray gives him cover fire. Chugi runs behind the hill to flank the enemy. Chugi is ambushed and gets into a knife fight. A raider throws a grenade. Kalios and Dawn Ray run away from it. They fire upon the grenadier, trying to kill him. The men dodge more grenades. Chugi kills her attacker. She rushes in to backstab the grenadier. They work together and kill the grenadier. The last raider tries to flee, but Kalios will have none of it. He lines up a shot and kills the last raider. Victory! We have victory! The Raiders of Dawnfire have won their first battle. Let this be a lesson to their enemies. The colonists tend to their wounds and collect the weapons of the fallen. Later that day, Kilios finds some gold ore. Seeing some jade nearby, Kilios decides to mine that later as well. A heat wave strikes the Glowforest. This could be dangerous. They decide to build some passive cores to help stay cool. John Ray finishes research on packaged spiral meals. He decides to work on basic grab techniques. With this, they can work on building their Gravship. Some rare frumbos appear. These ancient but beautiful creatures are the stuff of fairy tales. Chugi, being an animal lover, decides to try her hand at taming these mythical creatures. Her first attempt is met with failure. She tries to prevent the second one. Perhaps it'll be more agreeable towards humans. No luck this time. She'll try again tomorrow. The colonists receive a double quest. The first quest is a quest to obtain more parts for their future Gravship. The second quest involves protecting an Imperial noble from a man-hunting rat. In exchange, the Empire will bestow honor upon the colonists. This honor is enough to grant the royal title of novice, and some psychic powers. Kilios accepts the quest. The three of them can easily handle one rapid rat. The Imperial noble, a woman named Pyrrha, runs to the safety of Duskfall. Behind her, a man-hunting rat gives chase. The colonists run out towards her and cover her escape. They fire upon the approaching rat. It gets into melee range, but Chugi kills it with her knife. Pyrrha is safe. She rests in the colony barracks to recover from her ordeal. An Imperial shuttle lands outside, ready to carry Pyrrha to safety. Pyrrha says her goodbyes, thanking the colonists for saving her. She leaves on the shuttle, completing the quest. Another Imperial shuttle lands outside. An Imperial bestower and her guards exit, ready to begin the bestowing ceremony. The ceremony begins. The red-cloaked woman raises her staff, imbuing strange psychic powers upon Kilios. Kilios gains the burden ability. This will allow him to slow the movement speed of others for a short time. With their job done, the Imperials leave. Perhaps the colonists can ally with the Empire in time. Having them on their side will greatly increase their own chances of survival. Chugi, unwilling to give up, attempts to tame a Frembo one more time. And her efforts bear fruit. She befriends a female Frembo, and it willingly joins the colony. Meanwhile, a trade caravan passes through Duskfall. John Ray trades them some strange mushrooms and frag grenades in exchange for silver coins. Perhaps they can use these coins to buy their stuff later. John Ray finished his research on basic Gravship. This is exciting news for the colonists. Now, they can begin work on their Gravship and one day leave this Glowforest behind. They need a way to generate power for their future Gravship. John Ray begins the research on solar panels. Chugi wastes no time beginning work on the Gravship. After all, she wants to start in the grassland, not the Glowforest. The full plans are laid out for the Gravship. Though it will start small, they can expand it in time once they get more materials and rare parts. The colonists start by building the Gravship substructure. This is the foundation of the ship, and almost anything can be built on top of it. Once the floor is done, they lay out the plans for the walls and doors of the ship. They also plan out 2 small chem fuel tanks, a pilot console, and some shelves. The chem fuel tanks will hold the fuel for the ship. The pilot console will allow the colonists to fly the ship, and the shelves will hold the supplies for their journeys. Kalios wants to name their Gravship. After some consideration, he names it the Sword of Dawn. With this Gravship, Kalios swears that they will find their missing guildmates. No matter how far across this world they have to travel, they will find them. They extend the back of the Gravship to make room for 4 small thrusters. They won't be able to fly the ship without them after all. There is still much work to be done, but the colonists have high hopes for their Gravship. Late that night, the colonists get an unexpected call for help over their comms. It's one of their old guildmates, Twinburger. He is being chased by pirates from the Night Brigade. A total of 5 raiders are chasing him. With Twin joining them, they will have 4 colonists to fight against their enemies. The colonists accept the quest and direct Twin to them. After all, they would never abandon one of their own. Twin runs towards Duskfall, and the raiders chasing him appear in the distance. Welcome, Twin. I'm glad you can join us. Now let's take care of these raiders. The colonists prepare for battle, greeting Twin as he runs inside their shelter. Chugi gives Twin her knife. After all, he'll need a weapon for the battle ahead. Outside the colony, the raiders are preparing to attack. The colonists decide to ambush them. They sneak towards the enemy group. Hiding behind some rocks for cover, they start to fire upon their enemies. John Ray and Chugi are out of range, so they move closer. The raiders move in to attack, and the firefight begins. Kalios uses his psychic bird to slow the raiders down. John Ray and Kalios are hit by gunfire. They fall back for more cover. One of the raiders foolishly chases them. John Ray lands the killing blow with his revolver. Twin rushes in and brutally stabs the raider. He deals the killing blow. This is enough to force the raiders to begin their assault. After a fierce firefight, 2 more raiders fall. This causes the last one to flee for their life. Victory! We have victory! The colonists have won their second battle and saved the guildmate. A most glorious day. The colonists tend to their wounds. Kalios and John Ray are wounded, but they will recover in time. An exhausted twin eats a packaged survival meal. The colonists loot the fallen raiders for supplies and weapons. Kalios builds a bed for Twinburger. And after the eventful day he had, no one can fault Twin for going straight to bed and getting some rest. Meanwhile, plans are laid out to build 4 thrusters for the Gravship. Slowly but surely, the Gravship is taking form, and soon they'll be able to leave this Glowforest behind. Needing more food now that Twinburger is here, the colonists once again hunt boomlopes in the rain. Boomlopes decide to seek revenge for being attacked, but they are no match for the colonists' superior firepower and are swiftly taken down. The rain smothers the fire started by the boomlopes, and the colonists carry their harvest back to the base. Just then, a man-hunting pack of raccoons enters the Glowforest, thirsting for human blood. But instead of the colonists, the raccoons decide to attack some friendly travelers outside of their base. The tribal people brutally kill the Scaria-infested raccoons. Quite a stroke of good luck for our colony. More work was being done in the Gravship. Spirits were high and the future was looking good. And with that, I think this is a good place to make a cut for the first episode. Can the Raiders of Dawnfire finish their Gravship and escape this Glowforest? Will they ever find the rest of their guildmates? Or will Randy Random in this cruel world be their demise? Stay tuned for next time to find out what happens to the Raiders of Dawnfire. If you would like to be named after a future colonist or animal in this series, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you made it this far, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching, and until next time, have a good one. What are you still doing here? The video is over. Oh. I'm just mining some steel here. Don't pay me any attention. Yep, nothing to see here. Nothing at all. Ta-ta for now.